We are going to scrub our rails in our barn today as part of our spring cleaning. These rails are covered with all kinds of indescribable goo, thanks to horses that sneeze and rub up against them and do unmentionable things to them. And cleaning them isn't just part of our spring cleaning for cosmetic purposes, but it has a useful health function for the horses as well. Horses that have parasites will often rub their rear ends against the rails, and when they do so, they'll sometimes deposit the larvae or the eggs from those little creatures. And then, of course, they invariably come and they mush their tongues against these rails, which is what's happened here, or they otherwise rub up against them with their mouth, and they will ingest those little larvae or eggs, and they will reinfect themselves, sometimes right after you warm them. So we're going to scrub them. First of all, nice, durable gloves. I'm not using a very harsh substance. I'm using Simple Green's biodegradable heavy-duty cleaner, and it should be safe for the horses after I've rinsed it. So we're going to start with just a plain old bucket of water filled with solution, including the Simple Green heavy-duty cleaner. Water doesn't have to be any too clean. A little Scotch-Brite sponge, and we're going to start at the top, because as we work, the water is going to trickle down and make our job easier on the bottom as we go. Never start on the bottom and work up. You're going to double your work. And it doesn't take a whole lot of scrubbing with this. It is not easy at all if you don't use the Simple Green, though, and if you don't have a scouring pad. I tried this earlier for fun's sake using one of these nice cleanup sponges. It was not a success. So we're doing it the right way here. Now don't just focus on the top, make sure you get the bottom as well. This will dramatically improve the appearance of our rail. You can see the before and after. And I'm not going in any particular order here as I normally would, because I want to make it easier to show without taking forever on this video. We're going to use our sponge with the rinse water. Make sure you rinse, and make sure you come back afterwards and catch the drips that are running off on the bottom. Catch any touch-up that you may need to. Corners are toughest to do, but you don't have to worry about them as much because the odds are the horses aren't going to be rubbing their rear ends right on the corner posts. Okay, and we're about to see a little bit of the after. All right, huge difference. This was just a really fast cleanup. Now that I'm going to do it for real, I'm going to take my time with it. But you can see how quickly this goes, and your barn will look so much better for it. The next thing we're going to do after this is to touch up these end caps. You can see how rusty this is. This is not an old barn. This end cap was not exposed to the elements, and it's rusted anyhow. So we're going to use some silver spray paint and touch these end caps so they look nice and shiny like this. So this is step one in our spring cleaning our barn. Now get out there and get to it.